Let's be brutally honest for a moment. When it comes to women, it's rarely about what they say. It's about what they show when they think you're not paying full attention. Most women won't come out and tell you exactly how they feel. Instead, they leave a trail. Subtle hints, small tests, little behaviors. And if you miss the signs, if you take every word at face value, you'll find yourself playing a game you didn't even realize you were in, and losing badly. Here's where most guys slip up. A little flirting, a compliment, a couple of random texts, maybe a like on your story, and suddenly you think, she's interested, I need to step it up. So you start texting more, chasing harder, trying to fit into her world. You become predictable, you become available, you stop being the man she was intrigued by and become just another guy trying to win her over. And that's the trap. Not every woman who shows interest wants something real. Some are just looking for attention. Some are looking for validation. They want to know they still have it, that someone's chasing them, that they're still wanted, but they have no real intention of building something meaningful. It's about emotional control, not emotional connection. One day, they're all over you, smiling, laughing, texting first. The next, they're cold, distant, almost invisible. They'll say things like, "We should hang out." But plans never happen. They'll flirt just enough to keep you hopeful, but never enough to move things forward. It's not clumsiness, it's not confusion, it's a strategy, whether conscious or not, to keep you orbiting around them without ever letting you land. And the moment you start chasing harder, thinking you just need to try a little more, prove yourself a little more, you lose. You give up your position. You move from being the man who chooses to the man who begs to be chosen. Women don't fall for the guy who throws himself at their feet. They're drawn to the man who doesn't flinch, doesn't chase, doesn't crumble just because she batted her eyelashes. They want the man who could have them, but doesn't need them. The man who knows he's the prize, not just another player looking for approval. Those random late night messages, that sudden flirty energy, that vague, "we should do something sometime," they're not always invitations. Sometimes they're tests. They're watching to see, will you lose yourself? Will you abandon your focus, your standards, your life just because she threw you a little attention? The man who stands still, who doesn't get yanked around like a dog chasing a bone, is the man who wins. He doesn't react emotionally. He doesn't get sucked into the confusion. He simply observes and decides, is this real or is this a game? When you stay calm, when you stay grounded, you become different. You become mysterious. You become the man she can't figure out. And that is powerful, because it's not the man who chases that keeps her up at night. It's the man who makes her wonder, why isn't he chasing me like everyone else? If her actions are inconsistent, warm today, cold tomorrow, interested but unavailable, don't get wrapped up in it. Don't invent meaning where there is none. Step back and ask yourself, is she investing? Is she showing real interest without games? Or is she just keeping me around to boost her ego? A man who sees clearly doesn't need to chase. He knows chasing comes from a place of lack, of needing to prove worth. But a grounded man, a man who knows his value, doesn't move unless he sees something real. He attracts, he leads, he sets the tone. And if she's serious, she will match his energy. If she's not, he lets her go. Without anger, without drama, without regret, because he understands something most never will. Real connection doesn't come from chasing. It comes from strength. It comes from certainty. It comes from being the man who doesn't chase after attention because he's too busy building a life that demands respect. So the next time she throws out mixed signals, don't react. Pause. Watch. Let her show you who she really is. And if it's just a game, if it's just empty flirting, you walk away. Silently, confidently, like a man who knows exactly who he is. Because you're not here to chase. You're here to be chosen. And once you embody that mindset, you stop playing their games. You start living your own.